All right, welcome back. Divisional round. We got big games coming up this weekend. Mike Tomlin is no longer the Pittsburgh Steelers head coach. Absolutely crazy news there. We'll discuss whether he stepped down truly or got fired. And division round, I feel like really separates the frauds who skirted through the wild card round. And we're about to see some real big boy football this week. So let's kind of discuss that, and then let's just pick who we're going to think is going to win the college football playoff national championship. I don't think we gave our win last week, so let's discuss that. But Andy, I'm going to let you kind of lead off, man, for the games this week.
Yeah. Well, I think before that, I think we were talking about Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. The Steelers, getting absolutely throttled by the Texans on Monday night. It was an ugly game. Texans pulled away late. And if you listen to Joe Buck on the broadcast, like the way he was talking the entire night, it's like he knew something was coming. He was talking about it like it was a funeral. He talked about it as if it was a foregone conclusion. Rodgers is done. Mike Tomlin's done. Just kept using these phrases like, if he does decide he wants to do something else, he'll have plenty of opportunities, blah, blah. Like, damn, what did they tell you in the production meeting? Mike Tomlin, he's finally out 19 seasons, and I don't know, what are our thoughts on this? We knew this could be coming. Like, it kind of just felt like it was time, especially with John Harbaugh leaving. Not that they have to mirror the Ravens, but it just felt like the real end of an era. Yeah,
it's the end of an era. We saw that wave of quarterbacks that had been starting in the league for a long time. The Mannings, the Rivers, the Drew Breeses, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady. That wave we kind of grew up with is now gone. So that was kind of the first wave. Now we're seeing all those legacy head coaches leave as well. So it's kind of sad that that era of football is over, but it's time for probably a new guard in the NFL. And I think the older those guys were getting and the more stuck in their ways, the less out of touch they were with their younger generational players now. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in Pittsburgh, because I think Pittsburgh's only had 3 coaches in the last, since the start. So yeah, pretty crazy stat there.
It's crazy to me that Zach Taylor is the only coach that's still remaining in the AFC North.
Yeah.
Out of all the teams that are there. Obviously the Browns, but they didn't have a good season. But who would have thought at the beginning of the year that Zach Taylor would have job security over John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin?
It's wild.
I truly do think he stepped down, though. I think he realized that. I should say mutual parting of ways. They gave him the opportunity to step down as opposed to them firing him. I think he was gone either way, but he's been there for so long. They gave him the dignity of saying he's stepping down as opposed to just being like, well, Mike Tomlin's fired after 19 years.
Right. I agree, which to me, that is a firing. I feel like it's a firing.
It's a soft firing.
It's a soft firing.
Yeah.
I just don't think there's ever a mutual parting with a coach. It's very rare that an employee and employer will both say, yeah, it's for the best. We're both going to go separate. You agree? It's like, no, either you're quitting or you're sent packing. But as far as the move, a lot of people thought it could be coming. 19 seasons. Some of the stats they're reading off in the game, first Steelers coach to go 9 seasons in a row without a playoff win, lost his last 7 playoff games. So I do get maybe it was time to go another direction. But it's honestly hard for me to blame Mike Tomlin for the underachievement, at least in recent years. Like near the end, Big Ben was completely broken down, and they've had no real plan at quarterback since. So it's hard for me to say that what happened the last few seasons with Mike Tomlin was an underachievement. There were definitely some years near the end of Ben Roethlisberger when they still had Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown. They could have done more in the playoffs, but everyone's saying Tomlin needs to go. What's the Steelers' direction as a team? Do they have any plan at quarterback? And if I were them, I would go offensive coach, new offensive everything. I think it's time to look at the front office.
I think the plan for the Steelers was to fire Mike Tomlin because they kept going 9-8, and they couldn't get a draft pick to get a quarterback. So now you get him out of the door, you probably finish top 5 pick next year, depending on who the coach is. And, obviously that roster is not horrible or anything, but without Tomlin, I don't think they're winning that many games. So they basically they were finishing so middle of the pack every time they were handcuffing themselves from being able to get a quarterback.
If their plan is Mike Tomlin needs to go so we can suck and tank, It's just hard for me to take that seriously. It's like the Steelers are supposed to be a great franchise.
I mean,
like,
it's true, but at the same
like
time,
our master
how are
plan
you,
is just to lose.
how are you going to get a quarterback unless you start losing games or you trade players away for draft picks? Like, what do you do if you keep winning 9 games a year?
I don't think you have to tank to get a quarterback per se. Even though a lot of look at where was Josh Allen drafted? He was the 10th pick.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of quarterbacks as of late who you can kind of steal in the first round. I think it really comes down to front office scouts really nailing down what kind of quarterback they want. But I mean, also, yeah, I mean, there's trades that you can do. You can, trade the house for a quarterback. I think the Steelers have a lot of talent on defense, and if you have a good defense in the NFL, you got a chance. I think they're one quarterback away from really competing to win a playoff game. The question is, how many years, kind of to your point, do they just want to be the team that's trying to win one playoff game? They're not. They kind of do need a full reset in terms of they might have to dish out some stars and get some extra picks, because that worst place you can be in the NFL is middle of the pack, because you just never get better. And I watched the Bills. That happened to the Bills for about 15 years after the 90s teams, where we would always finish with that 8th to 12th pick in the draft, and we never got a franchise player until Josh Allen, and then look at that.
Yeah, and I just think they're seriously lacking talent on offense. So I don't know. A lot of the talk was Tomlin not getting it done, but I think it's a front office issue. And the word on the street is that Tomlin's not expected to coach in 2026. Wouldn't blame him for wanting a year off after 19 straight, but yeah, very curious to see where he'll end up, because I can't imagine he's done coaching.
Agreed. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if he takes a year off or not.
I think he's going to go into analyst or become an analyst or something for at least a year, kind of take that route and then go back to coaching.
That's what Bill Cowher did.
I think he'd be great on TV. He gives a great press conference. So.
I think so too. He has some of the funniest quotes.
I mean, he was great on TV when he did House.
That's true. So we're here for all of it. We'll be keeping up with all the NFL coaching moves this offseason, but it's time to get into the divisional games. I think it's the best weekend of playoff football of the year. We got 4 games, and there's only 8 teams left. I mean, no frauds remain. You got to be legit to be playing in the divisional round. First up, we got Josh Allen and your Buffalo Bills in Denver, 4:30 on Saturday. Right now, the Bills, they're a 1-point favorite on the road.
Yeah, I think it was 1.5 now, but honestly, this just comes down to a game of the Broncos are a complete team, and their talent is evenly spread. They don't have a lot of holes or weaknesses, and they're well coached, and they play ball control football, limiting turnovers, and then they win the game at the end. The Bills are kind of the complete opposite. You don't know who's going to show up each week. I mean, we're down to 3 receivers on the roster. We're getting Curtis Samuel back this week at receiver, so we're going to have like 4 active guys. We signed some guy on the practice squad, but the Bills, the question mark is going to be, is Josh going to be able to continue to be Superman without turning the ball over? If he can do that, we win the turnover battle. The Bills' win rates when they win the turnover battle in the playoffs is almost 99%. So that's what it's going to come down to. I know that's kind of cliche, but turnover battle is everything, especially in the playoffs. It's going to come down to 1 or 2 plays. And I think Josh is built to do that. I think the Bills get the win here, and they kind of continue this weird season where it's probably the worst team the Bills have had in the last 6 years, but yet they might actually go the furthest they have ever. So we'll see what happens up in Mile High. I know Josh was talking about playing in Wyoming, the air being a little bit thinner up there, so that could be a concern for the Bills' defense later on in the run game. If the Broncos just play disciplined ball, is our defense going to get tired? Is our offense going to get tired having such few receivers? We'll see what happens, but I still give the edge to the Bills. I think they've been there, done that, and until Bo Nix proves otherwise, I got to give this one to the experienced quarterback.
Yeah, I like the Bills in this one too. I just trust in Josh Allen. I mean, in that game against the Jaguars, that was a stout defense too. I mean, not quite as good as the Broncos, but he's still, and they couldn't even run the ball. Like, James Cook didn't do anything in that game, and Josh Allen still managed to get them down the field. He took the open passes when they were there, whatever it was that they were giving him, and then when he had to make a play, he made a play. And I, like, with what we saw last week against the Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence, I know Bo Nix has played well, but he still does have the tendency to make kind of what Josh Allen was doing in his first few years, where he tries to go Superman mode and makes these weird throws, and sometimes he hits them and sometimes he doesn't. I just see the Bills feeding on that, just kind of like they did against Trevor Lawrence, where they're, a tip ball, whatever it may be. And I see that happening, and I see the Bills winning the turnover battle because of that, because Josh Allen's smart enough to know to protect the ball, especially in the playoffs. His touchdown turnover ratio in the playoffs is crazy. And I just see them winning the turnover battle, and then I see the Bills winning this game on Josh Allen's back.
Yeah, I'm going Bills as well. I feel like on paper, the Broncos are such a more complete team, but Josh Allen, I think he just smells it right now. Like he's got about 5 or 6 different injuries. He doesn't care. He's putting the team on his back. And I feel like the Broncos, they haven't really gotten enough respect all season long. Like everyone's looked at them as, you're a fake 1 seed. You're a fraud. I don't think Bo Nix is that good. But, I mean, give them credit. They've been pulling out wins. They got a great defense. Mile High is a tough place to play. But I just don't see it. It's like, and also, what a tough draw for a number 1 seed. A lot of times you play in the divisional round, you get kind of a favorable matchup. You get the lowest seed. I mean, to get Josh Allen, who this is his 7th time in the playoffs, Bo Nix, he was there last year. They lost to the Bills. I don't know. I think also the Broncos, some of the errors come out of it down the stretch. Like they were still winning games. They won enough to secure that 1 seed with 14 wins. But they were barely scraping by. Even Week 18 needed to win, not even that convincing against the Chargers playing Trey Lance. So I think this whole style of kind of Bo Nix plays like crap for 3 quarters and then, puts it together in the 4th. I think it's going to finally catch up to them against Josh Allen, who's, been around the block.
Yeah, I think if the Bills can get some explosive plays, they're going to be tough to beat. Josh Allen is 22-3 in games where he has 1 turnover or less. So I think that's going to be kind of the key to the game. And 75% of the time in the divisional round, the team who wins the turnover battle wins. So it is going to be Josh not forcing the ball, because the Broncos play a lot of disguised zone coverage. And if he's forcing it in these windows, you got tip balls, and that Broncos DB core is going to take advantage of it. So if Josh can play smart, play the field position game, Cook gets a little bit on the run, and we just take what the defense is giving us, the Bills will sort a victory, and all 3 of us will continue our reign as the best playoff predictors in all of sports commentating.
I think that in this situation, this is going to sound kind of stupid, but I think that the Broncos having elite DBs actually plays against them in a way in this game, because the Bills don't have a true 1 and they don't really have a true 2, 3, or 4. Josh Allen will give the ball to whoever is open, and it's not like they're going into this game with a Jamar Chase, a Justin Jefferson, a Puka, someone like that, where they're like, this is our guy, we're going to force the ball to him, and Patrick Surtain is going to shut him down. Josh Allen's going to give the ball to whoever is open, and he's shown that in playoff games with all these receivers who come out of nowhere, like Gabe Davis randomly against the Chiefs a couple years ago. Josh is going to get the ball to whoever, and I think that's going to kind of bite the Broncos in the ass, because they're not going to know who to have their guys on. Even obviously, if they're playing zone, it's a little bit different, but with this team, I feel like they're so focused, like their DBs are so good that it's actually going to be a crutch for them, because Josh will find a way to exploit that.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, you can't really say they're going to take away the number 1 receiver, because you can't take
There
away
is no number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're kind of playing chess while Denver's trying to play checkers.
Yeah, and it's like if Josh Allen's getting 9 yards of play on the tush push, like I don't know what a shutdown corner is going to do about that. So
The tush carry.
Yeah, I mean, I want to kind of explore that a little bit more, because I have been thinking about this. If you're averaging more than 3 yards per tush push, you could theoretically just run it every single play. And I'm not really sure why you're not just putting a running back at the quarterback position and just having 2 extra offensive tackles, just push them on every single play.
So we're just recreating Wildcat.
No, it's not Wildcat. It's like there's no one's in shotgun. You're just under center.
Yeah.
Every single play is a QB sneak, and they just push.
It's East Coast
If
Wildcat.
you can get 3 to 4 yards of play, you literally can't lose a game.
Yeah, I guess it's a little bit
Math
too
adds
obvious,
up to
but
me. Yeah, I mean, at
They
some
know
point,
it every time, but anyway, and no team can stop it. I mean, the statistics are overwhelming. I mean, think about. I would be interested to see a stat would be how many times just on a normal run that these running backs are getting touched or stopped behind the line, and I think that would statistically be less than quarterbacks just tush pushing. The only argument you could make is if you get behind early. I mean, obviously that's kind of a shitty strategy from there.
all very true.
I want to see it. I want to see that happen. Run the sim in Madden.
Are you good? Well, Madden sucks because when you run the QB sneak in Madden,
They just fall forward.
They just their legs go on like a treadmill and then they just fall flat down and it just annoys the hell out of you.
Not
You
realistic.
used to like in Madden 2015, you could QB sneak people and like go the distance.
Yeah.
They fixed that.
Not to mention, even in Madden, like you could QB sneak it 15 times in a row, and the defense still won't cover the A gap.
100%. Yeah, it's pretty.
Even if you're
frustrating.
on old Madden, like they still won't cover the A gap. So it's
Yeah.
like a guaranteed 2 yards every time.
Yeah, so this should be a hell of a game. We're all rolling with the Bills, but Bills-Broncos should be a classic out in Denver. All right, Saturday night, we got the NFC West battle. It's the 49ers taking on the number 1 seed Seahawks. Seahawks are a 7-point favorite.
7 points.
And I'll start it out.
Crazy.
Give me the freaking Seahawks. I think this team is being completely slept on. They finished with the best record in the league, and no one's giving that a chance. And what I base that on, I've probably talked to you two plus maybe 2 other people, and they all said they don't believe in the Seahawks. So it seems like no one believes in the Seattle Seahawks. This team, they're the most complete roster in the NFL. Mike McDonald, he's the best Mike Mick coach in the league, as we've stated on this program.
The only one
And
now.
he's the only one at the moment. He's got them playing incredible defense. The 12th man is in the building. It's a brutal place to play. The Niners have had an incredible run. They're just pulling out all these wild games this season. They're doing it with a ton of injuries. Now Kittle's down. They deserve a ton of credit. But, we just saw the Seahawks beat the Niners pretty handily near the end of the regular season to lock up that number 1 seed. I think Seattle's the better team. And everyone's saying, Sam Darnold, you can't trust in the playoffs. He's going to choke. He's got 1 playoff start. It's like people are acting like there's 10 years of information on this guy just being a big game pants crapper. Sam Darnold, he's going to be better this next time around. And honestly, I'm not tolerating any more Sam Darnold slander.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Darnold's career resurged in Minnesota, and it's just continuing to resurge in Seattle. This guy is legit. They should be a force to be reckoned with. No one should be taking the Seahawks lightly. The 49ers have scraped their way as far as they're going to go this season. Brock Purdy can only do so much. Juszczyk, McCaffrey, Juwan Jennings, that's just not enough to get past the Seattle defense. And I think early on, you're going to see the Seahawks pour it on early, and then you're going to see the 49ers team scrambling to pass the ball, and they need to establish a run game in order to pass the ball. So if they get behind early, this game is going to get out of control quick. Brock Purdy had 2 very, very, very bad throws last week, and he's going to need to eliminate those mistakes again against Seattle. And that stadium cannot be underplayed. It is a tough, tough stadium to play in. I have the Seahawks winning this game, but I wouldn't doubt somewhere in the football world, these football gods are wanting to fuck with people, and they might just let the 49ers go to the Super Bowl so that everyone can talk about the college football playoffs being a home game and the Super Bowl being a home game. I could see the football gods doing that, but I think football Satan wins. I think the Seahawks win.
Call me a football god then, because I got the 49ers in this game. Yes, you have to establish the run game, but when you have Christian McCaffrey, who can catch the ball out of the backfield just as well as he can run the ball up the middle, I don't know what it is I like about them in this game. They've just scraped it together, and Kyle Shanahan's not going to go into Seattle and only score 3 points in this matchup. That the last game that they played, I don't know if it was coming off a high of scoring 42 or whatever against the Bears, and they just kind of were like, hey, we're settled into where we are at in the playoffs. They obviously didn't show up for that game as well as everyone hoped they would, but their offense is still so good even without Kittle, and they've proved that in the last game and throughout the year when he was injured before. Next man up, Tonjes, their backup tight end, Kyle Juszczyk out of the backfield, Christian McCaffrey out of the backfield, Juwan Jennings down the middle, down the sideline, Brock Purdy making plays with his feet, hopefully protecting the ball. I see the 49ers winning this game as underdogs with Kyle Shanahan's schemes, because he's not going to let that team go into Seattle and only score 3 points, because he's way too good of a coach to let that happen again.
No, I think they'll probably score some points, but I think this one's going to be a high-scoring matchup. And I think the 49ers just don't have enough juice to outcompete the Seattle offense that's just been rolling all year. I mean, one of the most underrated teams I've ever seen get to the course of an NFL season like this.
I mean, and I think Seattle's a great team, but I think the Sam Darnold bug bites them in the ass again.
Yeah, I mean, I think the Darnold to Smith and Jigba connection is going to set living rooms across the country on fire this Saturday night. I think people will, really kind of see just how potent the Seattle offense can be.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's a stud. He should win Offensive Player of the Year in Jigba. So we'll see if he does. But no, it's going to be a good game. 12 is going to be out screaming their heads off. Up in the Pacific Northwest, it's going to be a leftist clash.
Absolutely. All right. That's it for Saturday. Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m., we got the Houston Texans in New England taking on the Patriots. Pats are a 3-point favorite.
The Pats are a 3-point favorite, and there couldn't be a favorited team that is going to lose by more this week than the Pats. The Pats fun this season. The cuteness of Drake May and his innocent personality, that gets absolutely squashed by this Houston Texans defense. Okay, D'Amico Ryans, somewhere along the season, must have had a players' meeting, because their attitude and their effort shifted midway through the year, and this team is unbeatable. You want to talk about an underdog that no one's talking about? The Houston Texans are a complete football team. Now that Stroud's playing some good football again, I would be surprised to see the Texans not win by more than 13 points in this game. I would hammer the Texans in every single bet possible. My lawn chair lock of the week is the Houston Texans.
Go ahead, Andy. I know you want to say something.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, for starters, I mean, you better hope the Texans don't win, because they freaking own you guys. So you don't want to see the Texans
I
in the
think
AFC
they
Championship.
could beat both of us.
So, yeah, I'm rolling with the Pats in this one. And, yeah, everyone's talking the Texans have an elite defense. Everyone saw it on Monday night. I mean, they probably quite literally ended Aaron Rodgers' career. I think it was probably an end anyways, but it was incredible. They kind of embarrassed him down the stretch. And they are very elite. I think the Pats got the perfect warm-up last week playing the Chargers. They had to see the best defense they saw all year long. There were some jitters. And I just think on the other end, the Texans offense isn't going to be able to keep up with Drake May and the Patriots. Like, this is going to be the day when Drake May becomes a household name across the country. People are going to see just how good this kid is. It's going to be his coming out party. And there's two sides to the ball. This Texans defense is legit. I don't think the offense will keep up. Nico Collins went down with a concussion in the game Monday night. It was his second of the season, so he's not expected to play in this. I think that's a huge loss for an offense that's kind of struggled to produce. Like, remember in the game on Monday night, it was 7-6 at halftime, and Stroud looked pretty terrible. I mean, they're turning the ball over, they're snapping the ball early, so I think there's an opportunity for New England, but it's probably going to be another rock fight. We're talking, I'd imagine both teams finish with under 20.
I completely agree with Andy on this one. I doubted the Patriots last week against the Chargers because I said the Patriots hadn't played anybody all season. Now they've got an ugly win, but they got the win. I think the key to this game is, if you watched on Monday night, there were multiple times where Aaron Rodgers was being pressured in the pocket, and because he's old man Aaron Rodgers, there was nothing he could do to escape. I think Drake May has the ability to escape and run and make that Texans defense question whether they need to go ears pinned back right after the quarterback, and I think that's going to bite them in the ass. And then saying that that CJ Stroud has been playing well is crazy, because if you watch that game, he played like absolute dog shit, and the Texans defense literally saved him in that game. But I don't think they're going to do it against Drake May. I think that the Patriots get this one because their defense is strong too, and they're going to turn CJ Stroud over. And like you said, that turnover battle is so important. And as long as Drake May protects the ball, he has the escapability that Aaron Rodgers doesn't, where in key moments, Aaron Rodgers could have made that game a different game if he was able to move out of the pocket the way he used to be able to. like Drake May will do on Sunday against the Texans.
Drake May is going to be put into a stretcher on Sunday. They play on Sunday, right?
It is on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guy's going to be put into an absolute stretcher on Sunday. This Texans defense, if you're talking about his escapability, this little cute guy is going to run out of this pocket, think he's got time, and he's going to get blindsided. His head is going to fly off. Drake May is going to be known as Drake Maybe because he is going to be an afterthought for New England, and maybe we'll see that Drew Bledsoe moment again for the Patriots, where he gets absolutely destroyed on the sideline, and the next Tom Brady comes in because the Texans are going to be coming in hot. They're going to be angry, and I just think Drake May, I have a weird feeling this guy is going to be struggling to get the thumbs up on the way into the tunnel.
Hey, he's a tough kid. He's definitely had multiple concussions to play through. So.
He's going to not have a head after this game.
Well, that's a wild. I don't even know if you can bet that on most of the sports books. Maybe Kalshi will take that bet.
Kalshi, we can
Decapitation.
Start the bet. Yeah. Will his vertebrae be connected to his other vertebrae after this game? The answer is no way, man.
No, I've got it staying on. And but yeah, we should listen to Andrew more. I think he really knows his stuff.
Andrew, escapability? No.
He
He's gonna
has
have no
escapability, dude.
escapability.
I've watched him do it.
Oh, he throws the best deep ball in the league. He's mobile. I mean,
Houdini could escape and then he died because someone punched him in the stomach. That's what's going to happen this week. He might escape, but he's going to get his ass handed to him when he's outside the pocket.
I'm sensing that Trent is predicting an injury in this game. I
am predicting a big injury. I do not want the injury. I want that to be very clear. I like Drake May. I think he's actually a class act, and I wish him nothing but the best in a healthy game. But this guy's going to be cut in half.
I want you to look his girlfriend.
wife, Bake May is her nickname.
I want
'cause
you
she
to
likes
look
to
Drake May in the eye and tell her that you don't want Drake May to be injured.
I don't want him to be injured at all. I think he's a great guy, and I hope he can bake cookies with you all offseason, which is going to start Monday. And this guy's going to be a gingerbread man with no left arm or leg after this game.
I actually saw a clip from earlier this year, I believe, when the Bills and the Texans played. Just a shout out to, I think it was Will Anderson. He had Josh Allen going down for a sack. I don't know if you saw this clip, but he had Josh Allen going down for a sack, and he adjusted his grip so he did not twist Josh Allen's knee like we see all the time, resulting in injury at the bottom of a pile.
Well, there's going to be some twisted knees this Sunday.
Okay, all right. Knee, head, arm, thumb drop buttons, everything.
Crazy
dude.
stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be Drury Lane is gonna be a busy roadway this year.
Oof. All right. So Trent's got the text of this one. He's got, some twisted joints, potentially some, flying off the body. So that's a Sunday afternoon game. Sunday night. I mean, Andrew, we'll let you take the floor, but it's the Los Angeles Rams. I don't know what you think the spread. I don't know. I heard they're a 4-point favorite at Soldier Field in Chicago. I mean, what do we think?
I mean, it makes sense that people still have, the Bears as underdogs in this game. And you know what? Honestly, I love it because everyone's doubted the Bears the whole year. The goalpost has moved the entire year. The Bears are still frauds in some people's eyes. Yes, they go down in games, but guess what? The team is never out. They're fighting for their lives for that coach because he knows how to get them up and get them playing in a game when it matters the most. And obviously weather, everyone's like, oh, well, weather doesn't play that much of a factor in games. If it's not, this isn't happening or whatever it may be. It is going to be 10 degrees, feels like 0 with heavy, heavy winds in Chicago on Sunday night with a LA team coming into Chicago to play with Matt Stafford, who played in Detroit, but played in a dome. And it is going to be a factor in this game. Caleb Williams has already proved he can throw a ball through the wind, and that is something that Stafford is going to have to readjust to. And the ball is harder to hold on to when it's cold. People don't want to get hit as hard when it's cold, and the Bears are going to finally get a fumble recovery in the playoffs multiple times. They're going to win the turnover battle, and they are going to win this game, whether it's going to be a rock fight. Like, the Bears are not going to win this game handily, but in Soldier Field, they are going to win this game, and the Bears will go to the NFC Championship with Caleb Williams. And it might be done on the ground. Caleb Williams already proved he can do it through the air, but this game might be done on the ground based off of how the weather is. And Kyle Mungai up the middle, I'm not meeting him in that hole because that dude will punish whoever is in that gap.
I think you should meet him in the hole. I think that's a good spot for you to meet him. I think Matthew Stafford has shown, you're right, he is bad in bad weather games. He is 1-9 in his career in rain or snow games, 54% completion percentage, 14 TDs and 11 interceptions. So is Matthew Stafford going to be the Matthew Stafford we've seen all year? That's going to be the true question of the game. I think he is. I think the Bears season, their fairy tale comes to an end in Soldier Field in Chicago. And I just think what it comes down to is all of this talk about Caleb Williams being this great quarterback just needs to stop. This guy has been one of the least consistent passers of the football all season long, and he has somehow scrounged away. His defense, his offensive coordinator have given him a way to win these fourth quarter games. But luck be a lady tonight. The luck is run out in Chicago. There's no more of these comeback wins. There's no more of these fourth quarter miracles. You guys are going to get embarrassed on national TV on Sunday night. Caleb Williams is going to go home, paint his nails, and let everyone know that he is an absolute loser. This guy is a loser. Let me repeat that. He's one of the worst leaders in the NFL. If you watched him in his post-game getting the game ball from Ben Johnson, and then he gives his team a speech, oh my God. Give me a blankie and let me take a nap. This guy is the most boring guy I've ever listened to. If I was a player in there, I'd be like, can you believe this is actually our quarterback? What a loser. The Bears are going to go down big time. Matthew Stafford's going to be 2-9 in bad weather games. And how embarrassing is it that you can't even beat Matt Stafford in a bad weathered game? I mean, it's going to be embarrassing. I feel bad for you. And honestly, I hope you have a nice place in your closet very high for that hat. Because if you wear that out in public after this game, it's going to be a long night whenever you're wearing that hat. The Bears lose by 1 billion.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the Bears in this one, and I can't believe they're the underdog. These Los Angeles Rams, they've been playing with fire for a good chunk of the season now. It's like everyone you talk to, they have the Rams as their Super Bowl favorite, just ignoring that they're getting by the skin of their teeth. They're losing to inferior opponents, and they're going to meet their match this weekend in Iceman, okay? But for all those people who say, yeah, the weather doesn't play a factor, yes, it does. Look at the numbers. These teams who play in warm weather, they play in domes. You know, you want the comfortable roof over your head. You want that perfect Southern California weather. You want to live with all the phony Hollywood people and get your $48 Airwan smoothie. You're not cut out to win in 2-degree weather in Chicago come January. That's the sacrifice. Teams like that, they don't have a home field advantage. They don't play good football on the road.
Puka Nacua was raised by a pack of wolves. This guy is tough as nails. There's no one on the Bears who's as hungry as this guy. He's going to destroy you guys. Over 200 yards receiving and rushing. And I think Puka Nacua has 2 touchdowns early on in the first half. If you want to hammer a bet by Kalshi, who we're sponsored by, I would hammer anytime touchdown. Puka Nacua, lock it.
Cool. He can score as many touchdowns in the first half as he wants. But guess what?
We're a fourth quarter team. Enough. Sorry.
I mean, the Bears beat the Rams last year under Matt Eberflus with this roster. Going into this year in the cold with how much this team has improved, like granted the Rams have improved too, but this team has proven they can beat the Rams. Sean McVay is 0-2 against the Bears. And it's going to continue. He's going to be 0-3 against the Bears. And also, there's no LA Rams fans. They don't exist.
No, they don't. But also,
so I can wear this hat out, and I'm not worried about it. Because
I wasn't thinking that Rams fans were going to dog you. Every single team in the NFL is going to dog you for being the biggest frauds of the season.
The biggest frauds.
But if it does go wrong, it's like the way the Bears have been getting by all season. That's no way to live. Like, it's awesome that it's great to see that Caleb Williams plays his best in the fourth quarter. There are most quarterbacks, it's the other way around. It's like they crap their pants at the big moment, but it's just not a sustainable way to play like crap for 3 quarters and then pull it out of the end. Like you talked the other episode about how it's awesome. He makes all these off-platform throws, but he can't just make the easy throw, and you'd almost rather it be that way. It's like sometimes you're just going to need to be able to complete an easy pass. You're going to need to be able to win a game without a miraculous fourth quarter comeback. It's like, I know they've had 7 this year, but the idea that you're going to rip off 4 straight of those is crazy. And
I don't think that's what's going to happen.
And you're playing this week, you're matched up against the best coach in the NFL. This is not that clown LaFleur in Green Bay. It's like, Sean McVay
He was a McVay disciple, though. Or he is a McVay disciple.
proximity to greatness is not greatness, you know? Like,
Close only
Anyways,
counts
like
in horses.
Trent's garbage man comes to his house every 4 days. It's like, it doesn't make him Trent, you know?
Caleb Williams is not going to have to do that because they're going to lean on this run game in this cold weather. And they're going to lean on the Rams the entire game. And they're going to control the ball with this run game like we saw against the Eagles. That two-headed monster of the running backs with Swift and Monangai, and this offensive line showed how well they can do that.
Swift
and
wasn't even as good as the second best running back on the Lions.
And in cold weather, they will run the ball down the Rams' throats. And they will control
it was
the
cold
ball.
last week, and they couldn't run the ball. The Bears' offense sucks.
The Bears' offense sucks.
It does.
What stat says that?
The stat that Caleb Williams has to win in the fourth quarter on 8 times this year.
QBR is a problem.
And honestly, I need to if I have to listen to one more
QBR got us to the divisional
one more
round.
Bears fan comment on one of our videos. I mean, these guys are the most insufferable fan base in the NFL. Chicago's got nothing better going on in that city right now other than a half-assed, horribly coached, terribly quarterback team in the Chicago Bears. Good for you. You guys made the playoffs. Awesome. Go move your freaking stadium to a different state. You guys are such a joke in the NFL. Get out of here, Bears fans. Go to hell. Packers, now that's a good franchise.
Trent's just a villain. That's
I'm not
all
a
it
villain.
is.
I just am so sick of Bears fans.
Yeah?
It's like, you know what? He's a Patriots fan, and he's less cocky than you. That's crazy. You guys have one good season, and you're like, oh, my God, the Bears, best quarterback. This guy's being compared to Air Jordan with the way he threw that ball. What a joke. I mean, this guy can't even get through college with passing any exams. I don't know if you read that story, but Caleb Williams passed no exams in college at every single school he was at. That's impressive how dumb he is.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sure every NFL player is just a straight A student.
Oh,
Right?
and Monangai was.
Good. He's on our team.
Ryan
I know.
Fitzpatrick, near perfect score in the Wonderlic.
That's true. He did. Yeah, he did have that. How'd that work out on the Bills for you guys?
Good. Stevie Johnson had a great connection with him.
Cool. Yeah.
Who's your quarterback then? Rex Grossman?
Dude, I don't know.
I mean, like, what are we
Probably
talking
Cutler.
about? Are we
Cutler.
battling quarterbacks now? Jim McMahon was your best quarterback before Caleb Williams, and Caleb Williams is a second-year bust. I mean,
Second year bust.
Second-year bust, man.
He's already better than Josh Allen was in his second year.
Oh, here we go. You're better. Josh Allen is a generational talent.
He is, and I'm not
you
taking
shouldn't
that
bring
away
up his
from
name
you.
in the same paragraph as Caleb Williams, honestly.
You
No, I
think he's
love him.
making that 4th and 8th throw that Caleb Williams made?
No, because they
No,
would have
he's
been
not.
up by 10 going into the fourth because they're
Yeah.
not idiots.
Because you guys have been blowing
Although
your
Josh Allen has
opponents
now
out.
become the example, it's like just because he had kind of 2 crap years at the beginning, it's like now anytime a player isn't great the rookie year, it's like, well, actually, you actually want this though because Josh Allen had a bad season. It's like if Caleb Williams did all this his rookie year, would you say this is actually bad because RG3 had a good rookie year?
I mean, look at Jaden Daniels.
So
you're
you-
like, yes,
yeah.
you're
Yeah,
saying yes.
yeah. I wanted
I'm just saying
Caleb.
Josh Allen's the
I wanted
he's-
Caleb to
he's
show
the exception,
progression.
not the
I
rule.
wanted him to show progression.
All right. I mean,
he didn't
And he
show
did.
progression.
Yeah, all right.
I mean, this is not a Washington Commanders program, but I'm taking Jaden Daniels going forward.
No way.
No
dude.
question.
He wouldn't.
He's too fragile.
Caleb Williams wouldn't even be drafted in the first round if the draft was this year.
All right. Let's move on to something else.
I've got the Bears winning also.
Yeah, so do I.
Okay, I have.
And I don't pick spreads either. I go straight up. So my picks are straight up, by the way.
You guys, neither one of you chose your lawn chair lock of the week. Give the crowd
right.
what they want.
Lawn chair lock of the week, DeAndre Swift touchdown anytime.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Jackson Smith and Jigba, 2 receiving touchdowns. Ooh, 2.
like
Get
that
your
one.
money, you know, 2.
Yeah, none of that pussy betting. Fucking $5 to win 50. Anyone should have bet $1,000 to win $48,000. I like that style. That's the way to do it. If you guys have any money left in your bank account after betting against every single team I've bet for in college football this year, then bet everything you have on Njigba 2+ touchdowns. And I would parlay that with Caleb Williams less than 100 yards passing because he is not going to be able to even grip a football in this weather because he's got tiny baby hands and Matthew Stafford has giant man hands.
I mean,
right.
Caleb, he's a Southern California baby. Like, how is he going to perform in these 2-degree
Dude,
temperatures in
he grew up
Chicago?
in the DC area. What are you talking about?
And he ran for warm weather because he couldn't hack it in the Mid Atlantic.
He jumped into the crowd, into his mom's arm, crying after a loss.
I think
Caleb
there's a
Williams,
chance we see a repeat of that this
He is
weekend.
the epitome
What are you
of
talking
everything.
I'm not predicting
You
it.
took the Bears.
No, I'm just saying there's a chance we see it.
Everything that's wrong with the Gen Z generation, Caleb Williams embodies everything. And I'm surprised you, as someone who is as disciplined and, just an all-around good guy, that you could even support a guy like Caleb Williams. So it says a lot about your character that no matter who you're rooting for, it doesn't matter what their personality is like, because you're just going to blindly root for him.
You would hate this guy if he were on any other team. You would.
No, dude.
You would hate his guts.
After
You would hate him.
seeing the throws he's made this year, you cannot hate him. He is insanely good at making clutch throws that most other quarterbacks aren't making. I don't give a fuck if he's Gen Z. That's the future of the league. That's all the players who are coming into the league are Gen Z.
He's an NIL baby.
He's an NIL baby.
All right. Well, I mean, when you guys sign your NIL babies, was Drake May didn't he not have any NIL deals?
He didn't get any money. He
No,
said,
it wasn't-
he said,
it wasn't about
he
money.
said, I don't want it. Give it to me later down the road once I've earned it.
Did he actually say that though?
No, he
No,
probably
was-
got a lot of money.
He was
Yeah.
interning with JP Morgan. I mean, now that guy is a good quarterback. I would pick Drake May any day of the week. Now, I will say he won't have a head after this week.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. Caleb Williams is, let's say, if he was an ice cream flavor, he would be pistachio.
Pistachio ice cream is pretty good.
No, pistachio
you're talking yourself
gelato
into
is
that.
good. Pistachio ice cream is a fake flavor, and Caleb Williams is a fake player. I am so over the Caleb Williams hype. All you Chicago Bears fans, if you're listening, here's what I need you to do. Turn off our program, never watch again, because you guys are useless to the population.
Don't do that. Stay here.
No, yeah, keep listening.
Also, real quick, sorry, talking about Chicago population, I brought this up last time, or I think I mentioned it. The fact that you are insulting Chicago fans, but yet when the Bears are playing well, there was someone who did a study on the crime in the city since the Bears have been good, and in each game, like during the game, the crime in Chicago is at a all-time low.
Because everyone at the game is a bunch of thugs. Because everyone at the
right,
game
you're
is a
right.
bunch of thugs.
I'm such a thug, dude.
You are a thug. Everyone from Chicago is a bunch of thugs.
When
I'm
the Bears
so over
when the
it.
Bears won, I went outside my house in St. Petersburg, Florida, and just fired off a couple desk pops.
I bet you did. I bet you were just like hacking a dart, just firing off into the street. I mean,
No, dude, I had
Chicago
four-
people need to be. It's
I
Chirac.
had four Zinzin at one time, and I was just firing off my nine.
I'm pretty sure
outside my house.
Kanye West said this is Chirac.
I don't think that was him. I think it was a different rapper.
Whatever drill rapper is now famous from Chicago. I mean, fix the streets, and also, if you can, bring back Lori Lightfoot as mayor. That lady
Electric.
is an all-time
A troll
classic
doll?
for Chicago.
A troll doll?
She apparently, actually, in a news story I read the other day, is getting sued by JP Morgan because she owes them $26,000 from credit cards. And Larry Lightfoot took her moment in fame, didn't save any. Laura Lightfoot,
Something like that.
Lori Lightfoot.
Larry?
Who gives a shit? I mean, it could have been Larry. I thought it was Larry for years until I actually read into it. Apparently it's a woman. But this lady can't even have personal finances correct, and she was running your entire city. Your city is on the decline, and you can't argue that. It's the windy city. It's not because it's windy. It's because it's windy. No one likes to live there.
it is still pretty
And-
windy. Like that
and
part
your-
is glossed over.
windy.
No, it
It
is.
is.
and
windy.
your
It's
biggest
absolutely
tourist
windy.
attraction is a shiny bean. Get over yourselves.
Dude, it's pretty cool though. Have you ever been to it?
I
It's
don't
so
need to
sick.
go to it. I've seen pictures. That's enough.
No, you got to go to it. It's so sick.
That's awesome. No, take a picture. You can see me in the bean.
Yeah,
I'm done.
because the real destination in this country is Buffalo, right?
No, it's where dreams go to die.
Okay.
Orchard Park.
Thanks for
Orchard
Patrick
Park.
Kane, by the way.
You're welcome. Good hockey player.
Yeah, best American-born
Crazy.
hockey player ever.
Yeah, so I mean that's our divisional round preview. I think this is going to be probably the best weekend of games yet in a season that's just been absolutely filled with it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I don't got too much else to get into in the program. One thing I want to hit on quickly, Trent. I don't know if you've seen this story. You know, the Bills. I believe unless they meet the Texans in the AFC Championship, they've played their last home game at Ralph Wilson Stadium, whatever the hell they call it.
No, I like what Andy said, Ralph Wilson, because that's what should have been always is Ralph Wilson Stadium. So what is your point?
In all likelihood, they play the last game there, and the reports are they're going to sell everything from the stadium. Like when teams move away from stadiums, they usually sell the seats. They're selling everything, including the urinal troughs from the bathrooms. They will be auctioning them off. Do you anticipate bidding on one? Would you like to own one for your home?
I would love to own one for my home. I would love to pin it right outside on this wall over here.
Yeah.
And I just need to figure out a draining system. I don't know if the neighbors would love just a plastic tube that goes into the alleyway. I feel like that might be a little dank, a little stanky after a while. So we're going to look into it, get a couple quotes for some underground plumbing. Unfortunately, my sewer drain is on that side, which isn't going to work. But the troughs, those are definitely an option. I'm thinking of maybe getting some of the benches as well. And why not get Josh Allen's locker?
Oof.
What if that was just right behind us?
Oh,
And
people
we'd
would love
probably
it.
still have 12 people watching the show. So I don't know if it's a good investment for the show, but definitely tempting for sure, Andy. You said we have nothing to talk about, but college football playoffs are coming.
Of course.
We
of
have
course.
Miami, Indiana. We talked about it a little bit last program, but we did not give our winner. I unfortunately would love to continue saying that the underdog is going to win, that's going to be a game, but college football has seen its best matchups. It's seen its best games. This one's going to be an absolute blowout. It's going to feel like one of those Alabama games when they had their reign, where you knew they were going to win by 40. No one was really pumped up for the national championship. That's how I'm feeling it is down here. Carson Beck sucks. He sucked with Georgia. He sucks with Miami. He's not a good football player. Indiana absolutely steamrolls Miami.
Yeah, I'm rolling with the same thing. I've got Indiana in a landslide. I think this team is just on another level. Miami's been on a nice run, but they barely got by to beat Ole Miss. And I mean, Indiana, they're just not missing a beat. This is grown men playing Gen Z babies, and they're absolutely steamrolling them. Like I said, Mendoza, more touchdown passes than incompletions. That's just wild. And you're going to give a final score prediction? I'm going to. 45-16. I think Miami will, for some reason, go for it after scoring touchdowns, even though they're getting killed.
I mean, I don't really have much to add. Indiana's going to wipe the floor with Miami. So, not
And we
really
just went on
exciting.
Chicago for a while. Let's hit on Miami for a little bit. Because out of all the cities in the U.S. I've traveled to, they might have the worst mannered people across the board. I mean, Miami, tough place. It's like, it's a beautiful city, but it's you leave Miami with a lot less confidence in the human race.
If you crave authenticity, if you crave real connections and relationships, LA is a bad place to be. But if you really crave it, the worst place in the world to be is Miami. You're looking at supercars all over. Everybody is dressed to the nines in designer clothing, Rolexes, Patek Philippe's everywhere. Miami's just the breeding ground of where Bitcoin assholes and finance people who couldn't make it in New York and people who are just overall not smart but are flexing online live. And you put them all in one spot with a bunch of rich, actually rich retired people, you create this weird ecosystem where the hot girls don't even date the hot guys. They date the rich guys. The hot guys don't have anyone to date, so they just end up talking to each other all the time. And it's not a good place to be where every single alpha male can't find a female because they're with someone uglier than them. And it just creates this weird dynamic where there's so much pent up testosterone and steroid usage and debt that you just see a lot of crime. And fraud is a big problem in Miami. It's the fraud capital of the world, aside from Minneapolis. And I've heard there's going to be some YouTubers going down to Miami to check on some daycares pretty soon.
I would love to see it. Yeah. I think you're spot on with everything.
It's just people pretending to have money that don't have money to compete with the people who have money. That's what it is. It's
a race to nowhere.
Yeah, it's also people who are pretending that they enjoy clubbing well into their like 40s. You can't tell me that someone who's 45 years old every single weekend wants to go to a loud ass club playing shit music where you can't even talk to each other. They'd much rather be at home. And they have to pretend that they enjoy going to these clubs. And I don't know about you guys, but that's not my scene. And I know for a fact that there's numerous people in Miami who are pretending to enjoy the club just because that's the scene in Miami.
Also, it's just like way too hot out to be wearing most of the designer clothes these people are wearing. It's like, dude, it's like 92 degrees right now. Why are you wearing like thick leather pants?
But it's a good thing to have the best hockey team in the world.
They don't even play there.
Yeah, it's in like a retirement community in Fort Lauderdale.
They play in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my bad.
That's the other thing about Miami. It always gets, all the nice parts always get talked about like they're Miami, and none of them are Miami. If you actually go into downtown Miami, it's kind of a junk hole, man. I mean, you have this place called Brickell that everyone is now buying and gentrifying, and now it's the most expensive place to be. Just because they have Pura Vida on every quarter does not mean it's a good place to live. It's a hellhole. The traffic is terrible. Miami Beach is sinking underwater. That place will be 5 feet beneath the sea level any day now. Their mayor, I'm pretty sure, gets paid in Ethereum. I'm so over that city overall. However, I was going to let you guys know, but I am officially launching my campaign for mayor of St. Pete today. And I wanted you guys to know first, your boy is going to be bowing up with Ken Welch pretty soon.
Wow.
I am officially running for mayor of St. Pete. So if you guys could help me just kind of share hashtag Trent for St. Pete, because I am ready to turn this city into the opposite of Miami. I think real hardworking people need their chance, and there's no better place to start your new world than St. Pete, Florida. We have so much going for ourselves. We got the best public park system in the nation. We have all of this development opportunity downtown that is being squandered by Ken Welch not being able to make a decision and get business partners that benefit the city and the people of St. Pete. You guys want jobs and opportunity to afford these apartments? The answer isn't lowering the rent for the apartments. It's getting you higher paid jobs in your city that you don't have to leave St. Pete to do. And that's what I'm going to do. Ken Welch, I'm coming for you, buddy. You're getting bowed in the paint this season. And I've heard Charlie Crist, who was a senator for Florida, has raised almost $1 million in 30 days for a potential mayoral race against Ken Welch. I'm going to raise way more than you, Crist. My generation is fed up with a bunch of stiff guys in suits running these places. I need to be out on the streets helping the people. And the people have spoken and they want change. And I'm going to give it to them.
I think this is incredibly exciting news. Like, this is a leader that probably anyone could relate to and look up to. So I think exciting times ahead for St. Pete. I like everything you mentioned. If we could maybe get a third Olive Garden too, that'd be awesome. I don't know how feasible that is, but yeah, I think this is very exciting news.
Well, we can work with, my big push is we need to get bigger companies in here so we can get better jobs for the people of St. Pete. Foot Locker actually signed a deal to move to St. Pete, and that got scaboshed right at the last minute. We need someone who can get these deals over the edge and actually work for St. Pete. Guess what? I don't want to spend all of our money on programs that are designed for a specific few people. I want everyone to flourish in St. Pete. Whether you're gay, black, white, homosexual, he, she, they, them, I don't care. I just want you to be happy every day, be able to go to the park, have it be perfectly clean, no homeless people, and it just be kind of the best place to be in the country for an affordable price.
Well said. Yeah.
Wow.
Love St. Pete.
Right.
And I think
You heard it here first.
It's got a bright future.
Yeah. So if you guys want to donate, just let me know. I'll take your money for sure.
Yeah. That'd be crazy exciting.
What do you guys think?
I don't know what to think, man. Congratulations.
Well, I'm just running.
Yeah,
Congratulations on deciding to run.
No, thank you.
Yeah, have you decided a party yet?
I am running on just a party. It's
Right,
just
you're
gonna
the
be a
party.
It's
Party.
a party. I am
Party.
the party.
It is a party. That's right.
So I'm sick of all these people having to pick a party. Just be the party.
Wow.
I don't need to be
Wow.
on either side
All right.
because apparently you can have nuance in politics and not just take one side or the other. So
What?
I'm sick of having to take one side. I'm not one side. I have nuanced opinions.
Trent's working in the gray area.
That's right. But we're gonna shed some light to the gray area.
All right.
I'm excited.
This is wonderful news.
Damn.
Can't wait to get working on those flyers.
I
Making
think
some cold calls.
I think the thing that Chris and Ken Welch underestimate is the power of just guerrilla marketing, man. We're just going to get out in the streets, go to the bars, first Friday, pass around some flyers, and before you know it, you might see me on a couple of debates on Tampa 13.
Ooh. People are going to be waking up in the morning after first Friday, and they're going to have like a flyer stuck to their forehead and be like, what the fuck is this? And it's going to say, Trent, do you want change? And it's going to be Trent pointing.
Yeah, the only thing that I was thinking that probably needs to happen is you just need to delete every video we've made in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
that's
I was
tough.
thinking that too.
It's
Are you announcing the end of the podcast as well?
Some of the things that have been said on the podcast in jest, maybe taken out of context, and don't let them fool you. That is not what we meant. Whatever video that you just saw about me, that is not what I meant, and it was taken out of context.
Also, what people don't realize, it's like when you're holding a microphone, you turn the camera on, you just start recording. If we're talking for an hour, 15 minutes, think about how hard it is to not say something stupid in that time period. It's like, unless you've done it, so not everything we say on this program can really be taken to heart. It's like sometimes we'll start talking, we don't even know where the sentence is going. So this is
Kevin.
not everything is a polished
All
statement.
right, Kevin.
For how much tax money we have, the fact that the city isn't giving out free paddle boards is insane to me.
Yeah, that'd be a great way to keep people active.
Every park should have free paddle boards.
What are you going to do about the Trop?
What am I going to do about the Trop? I'm going to make sure that the Rays stay in St. Pete where they belong. And we are going to turn this into an economic engine that is going to fire this city into the future for the next 100 years.
Wow.
I am so sick of just Ken Welch letting the mayor of Tampa dictate where these Rays are going to be. You know, we talked to Ferg.
Yeah.
Ferg is a man of the people and a man for the city. We can't let Ferg down in this fight. This guy is getting offered hundreds of millions of dollars for his land. And he said, no, we're keeping Fergs in the family because he believes in this city. And I liked that spirit that he had. And someone needs to represent the people of St. Pete and not these corporate interest bullshit people. But we do need to bring big business into St. Pete.
I can't wait to see it.
So
Yeah,
we'll see what
I'm
happens.
pumped up, dude. This is exciting.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, I quit my job, so I have nothing else to do.
Right.
Yeah, because when I'm not working, I'm
And this
like,
is a
the
full-time
first thing
gig.
I think of is like, you know what, mayoral campaign.
Well, I mean, I read the article and I was like, how many opportunities do you get in life to run for mayor of St. Pete?
Not many.
Good. You know,
People would love it too.
Yeah.
we need to make sure that Williams Park becomes what Williams Park used to be, which is a clean place with concerts, vibrancy, festivals. I'm sorry, but I'm sick of walking through Williams Park and there just being open air drug use and homeless people everywhere. Let's find them a spot. I'm not saying we don't care about them. Let's find them a spot, but we need to, with compassion, pick them up and get them out of one of the best downtown parks in any inner city in the country and make this a place where when we're paying taxes out the wazoo, property taxes, sales taxes, etc., we need to make that money work for us, for people who actually live here and not just completely ignore all the real problems that people face. So I would like to be able to walk from 8th Street to Beach Drive without feeling like I'm going to get mugged halfway through there.
Yeah, I think Williams Park, it has potential to be Central Park South. And as far as finding a place to house these people, I think many athletes have been vocal about it, building more affordable housing. I think even Steph Curry is kind of working on a development right kind of in the vicinity of his home in the San Francisco area. So he's big on the affordable housing push. So
Yeah, I mean, you can have affordable housing, but unless you get a job, it doesn't matter. So
right.
we're going to work to get these people jobs, get them up on their feet, give them a purpose, and then they'll be able to afford their own home without needing government assistance. That's the goal.
I think people should be really excited about this.
Wow.
So we'll see. Trent 2026, St. Pete, it's happening.
Wow. But that will not affect, podcast quality or how well you're prepared for this show.
It won't.
You'll be as prepared as
And
ever.
I'll be just, listen.
Well, football season's about to end, so
Well, that's kind of like once football season ends, I don't know what we're going to talk about. NBA is going to be real tough to talk about. I'm happy to talk NBA,
Yeah, it's tough.
but there's going to be a stretch where it's tough.
We got to reach
So
in the cookie jar.
We got to reach in the cookie jar. I think we do kind of a documentary series where we just kind of track every week how the mayor race is going.
Right.
We start rating some restaurants together. We need to get out in the field. I think we need to expand the brand a little bit. I think the garage we've kind of outgrown.
We have kind of outgrown the garage. And I mean, luckily, you know, days are getting longer. That'll kind of coincide with the end of football. Like early March, daylight savings ends or whatever the hell. We get an extra hour light at the end of the day. That's kind of what led us into the garage. So
It is.
I do miss the outdoor pods. There are a lot of nice places in town.
Yeah, and I
I
think
think we got
there's-
some other friends we could bring on too. Just kind of open up their mind. I mean, that could be 3 episodes each.
Yeah, and I think what it comes down to is a little bit better prepping, a little bit better planning, but yeah, there's going to be some effort into it. And I know your work has gotten a little bit harder since the beginning of the new year, so hopefully that kind of eases up a little bit. But yeah, we need to get out in the field. You know, Ferg has said we can film some episodes there. Let's do it, man. Let's get on that big stage, get that LED screen lit up behind us of pictures of Caleb Williams in his mom's arms. That would be a great podcast background. And it's time to start getting some fan interaction again. We have been too far removed from the people who need to hear us. We need to get on the streets, let them know we exist, and I'm going to start slapping those stickers all over men's bathrooms in St. Pete.
What about an FAQ segment on the show?
Frequently asked questions?
Yeah, you have your listeners, your loyal fans ask some questions.
Oh,
and we
yeah.
answer them on the show.
Yeah, we just don't have any listeners right now. So that's kind of the big
yeah,
tough part is aside from the guy who just trolls Andy every day,
Right.
Kevin, Drew, and Matt, and
That
you don't
one guy who keeps
you
paying
don't even
Justin to wash his
listen.
car.
You don't even listen.
That's true. Yeah, we got hosts
fair.
that aren't listening.
So it's
Yeah.
it's been tough, but I'll tell you, we will not let the hump of creating content get to us. Because even though the numbers on the long podcasts are down, the spirits have never been higher.
Oh, yeah.
And we will push through and we will end up at the top. When I am mayor of St. Pete, City Hall will be the new home of lawn chair sports, and no one will be able to stop
That's
me.
got to be a conflict of interest.
Laura Lightfoot has seen nothing on
Her name
Trent.
changed again.
Laura Lightfoot.
Larry Lightfoot.
Larry Lightfoot. We love that guy. He's a great guy. No, but in all honesty, if you want to party, if you want to have a good time, if you want your money to be spent the right way, I think there's no better place to play than pay us on Patreon when we put our episodes on Patreon behind a paywall.
Very
because if we can even get $10 a week from that, it'll be $10 more than we're making now.
Right.
So big things to come for the show. Andrew, as a guest, now a little bit more of a frequent guest, what suggestions do you have to grow this show from the mere garage of my house to becoming one of the powerhouses in sports podcasts?
I mean, I think you guys just need to keep doing what you're doing, firing off your takes. Maybe throw some reoccurring segments in there. You know, get the people wanting to tune in to hear what your takes are. They know the consistency every week.
Let's bring back the Knucklehead of the Week after divisional round. I feel like we missed an opportunity not doing the Knucklehead of the Week.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we're human, right? So, I mean, at the end of the day, what's really been preventing us from setting up good schedules is just the fact that we've had to film like right after work. So the lack of preparation is there. But I mean, we went on a stretch there from about like beginning of October to January 2nd, where we were going out every single weekend. So, I mean, that grind of like the 2 days off, you're spending pretty much just drinking and going out. And then during the week, you're working, plus filming 2 pods a week. Like the free time was minimum. Plus, Andy was playing in like 7 different softball
He
leagues.
was.
Right. And
Confirmed.
watching the all 22 for every NFL game, it's
Yeah.
like you don't even have time to sleep, let alone prepare for the pod.
So,
I also think that I told Andy this the other day when we were sitting down studying film.
Right.
Start shooting some DMs to some athletes. Getting those DMs, get them on the show, dude. Get Baker Mayfield in the garage.
yeah, I mean, I think that would be awesome. I don't know. I guess
Go to Burns Steakhouse and just camp out and
I'll
be
tell you-
like,
we have to start mentioning the athletes that like dropping at Caleb Williams. Like if the for the short clip of you talking about how he's a bum,
maybe don't do that.
at him, but then have the camera
He
just
will-
pan to this guy in the Bears hat.
He will repost it though.
That's what I'm saying.
He will repost it.
There's traction right there.
on Instagram.
on TikTok. He reposts everything on TikTok, all the hate. It's
Like once we get into NBA,
Oh, does he?
we should go right at Kevin Durant. And I'm a big fan of his game, but I mean that's a guy he'll give you the time of day online. So you got to figure out the athlete who will.
No,
engage.
I don't disagree. I just think that the utterance of those statements just doesn't calculate in the amount of time it takes to do that stuff. You know, I am actually thoroughly impressed with all the people who comment on our videos because I don't know how they have enough time to. First off, I don't even know how they're finding our videos.
I agree.
Second off,
Like, what is your algorithm?
They were looking for a new lawn chair for this upcoming
no, because
summer.
of course, we don't pop up when you type in lawn chair.
Oh,
so
my bad.
that's not even how they're finding us. I don't know how they're finding us. I think all these social media sites have the weirdest algorithms that push the weirdest takes. I have completely lost calculation on what videos are going to go viral and not. The clips maker that I have is now just like spitting out the worst clips. I have to edit all of them. It's becoming a grind that I never foresaw. But yeah, I think we should start DMing people. I'm with you. I think once the playoffs are over, we're going to have a lot more time to kind of lean into that direction. But I also just want more street content. I think people enjoy people that are drunk.
Yeah.
And it's like the city that we live in, people are drinking while driving. So it's not hard to find people that are drinking and going to say stupid things. But we need, honestly, what we need is a full-time filmer. Because that's really what's holding us back. We have the equipment. We could go out and do it, but it's like, who's going to
manning
hold
the
the
camera?
camera? You want to hold the camera?
I'll hold the camera.
Oh, all right. Well,
Huh. We got a filmer.
we got a
Damn.
filmer.
Making good progress,
That
honestly.
was one of the biggest things we needed. So,
I mean, I'm insulted that you guys haven't even asked.
we thought you were on
generally
air
speaking,
talent.
people
you know?
don't like to film.
I mean, who?
People don't like to film.
Oh no, I don't care. I'll film it.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna put my 2 cents in behind the camera, but I'm gonna film it.
All right. Yeah, you could be like Frankie.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, wonderful. That's great. That's great news. Then we've just opened up an entire avenue of
Look
content.
at that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
What are you guys doing this Saturday?
Probably
the games.
watching football.
All right.
Watching the divisional round.
Yeah, well,
I believe you are as well. Right?
I might hit up a coffee shop in downtown, get some homework done.
I actually have my work party on Saturday at 6,
Who decided that?
right during my Bills game. So it's tough timing.
buddy.
See, that's the kind of shit I hate. Like people who have no awareness of the top sporting events.
Yeah.
I'm not. It's not like this is some obscure thing. This is the NFL playoffs. It's like, don't schedule anything during the month of January.
Also,
For
live,
me, like, on my behalf, I'm saying I'm not you. I'm saying like,
No, I didn't.
don't
It's
sign me up for anything in
brutal.
January.
we got to hit some live streams too.
Yes, and that's why I was kind of hoping that the Patriots win and the Bills win because there's no doubt in my mind we're live streaming that for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. Also, Andy, maybe we'll just discuss it now. I mean, we might as well do it on
Yeah.
camera since it's just going. But what time do you have to leave?
Yeah, like
Oh,
15
shit,
minutes.
okay.
That's fine.
All right, we'll be quick. But if the Patriots win and the Bills win, I mean, what are your thoughts of going to the game? I mean, is that even on the table?
In New England, sounds mad expensive. It didn't even dawn on me.
What about just a tailgate
Just a tailgate, going to Foxborough just to tailgate.
and being at the game? Like,
Are there
around the
bars
people?
around Foxborough to watch the game?
It's kind of like it's like Jerry where they built up like a mall and like shit around it.
Yeah, so
in the
there
general
are
area,
bars.
but it's just I feel like if you're not going to the game, like the area is a nightmare to get in and out of. Like going to Gillette Stadium is a fucking nightmare.
I don't disagree with that, but I mean, is there a world where you'd want to go to the game?
Sure, it didn't even dawn on me that was a possibility.
Well, I mean, you
well,
make
Andy,
anything
in
happen,
my
you just gotta
pocket
do
right
it.
here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, two.
Yeah, I mean, you have
tickets,
two
yeah.
Tickets.
You have the quarterback not even having a head, so I'm like, I guess I didn't think about it.
Yeah. Hey, that doesn't mean they won't win though.
Right? We have the passer on the bench. Shit, no, it's a crazy thought. Who knows? Yeah,
Anyway,
we'll check
just
out tickets.
keep it in the horizon. If the Bills
That'd
win,
be
Pats
nuts.
win, it'd be pretty fun.
That will be nuts.
Or we just throw a party and do a big live stream. So, lot to be discussed.
That'd be sick, too.
A lot to happen. Thanks for joining us. Very excited to be watching the divisional round this weekend. Very excited to watch the college football championship, and very excited to run for mayor.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to add before we head out? Andy's got to go play softball.
Yep. His one of 7 leagues.
Yeah, I'm gonna add one more thought. Honestly,
Oh,
this has been on my chest for a while. Something I'm just completely out on. Fucking acai bowls. You ever got one of these?
yeah, dude.
No, I've never got one. I actually don't know what they are.
Well, first of all, the name is just stupid. It's like, oh my god, just can the thing be called can it be pronounced the way it's spelled? No. It's like a Brazilian freaking like it's like a fruit smoothie, but like slightly more solid than like being a smoothie type thing.
What's
I don't
in
fucking
it?
know.
What's in it?
It's like something that like seems like a blueberry, but it's like some like native Brazilian fruit. Andrew, is any of this correct?
Oh, acai is an actual thing.
Yeah.
It is,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, I honestly think they're pretty good. I think they're way overpriced, but I think the actual product is good.
No, exactly. So I finally dipped my toe in the acai bowl last week, and the lady rings me up. It's like $19
Yeah,
for a motherfucking
yeah,
acai
yeah.
bowl, which is basically just like I feel like I've made this
it's
shit.
a smoothie bowl.
I feel like I've made this shit countless times. First of all, it comes in a cup, so it's not a bowl.
Oh.
I feel like I've made this at home countless times. I think the name is dumb, and honestly, if you're buying it, if I see someone buying an acai bowl at a store, I don't ever want to hear them complain about economic conditions, how hard it is to find work, why things are so expensive. Like that is just an objectively dumb purchase. I didn't really know the price till it was rung up. I thought it would be like $7. I don't know. Also, I just hate the word. It just like sounds stupid.
I had no idea that those weren't blueberries.
They're like them. I mean,
I've seen a lot.
It was great.
I've seen this picture a million times. I thought acai just meant like fruit bowl, and those were blueberries. Yeah. Okay. So literally, there's entire stores that are built on one fruit from Brazil. This is crazy.
it's a complete bubble right now. Like if I could somehow short the acai bowl industry, I would absolutely do that because people
Well,
are going to stop giving a shit
Dude, the
in like a
key
year
is
or two.
though, I went to a place in Tucson that made them, and this was probably like 5 years ago. So they were only like $15 then,
Oh, okay.
and they always put granola on it, but then they put coconut oil on it, and it like solidified and it became that like magic shell stuff, like the chocolate that like solidifies over ice cream.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like that, but it made the granola taste like a cookie. That was clutch. But you're right, they are way overpriced. You can just make them at home.
You were talking
Yeah.
about the acai bubble, and another
Yeah.
thing that's a bubble is bubble tea, or
Yeah.
bubba tea, or whatever it's called. I don't get that
would say
either.
so.
What is that?
I enjoy it.
But
I
what
think it's
is
pretty
it?
good.
What is it? Like what's the little bubble thing in it?
Yes.
They're tapioca.
Tapioca. That's weird.
What is tapioca?
No one
Yes.
fully know. I never thought we'd get to this point.
But what is tapioca? I don't
What's it
know.
made of? Probably like gelatin or something. I don't know.
Yeah, 'cause
What is that? I don't know.
That's also popping up
That
everywhere.
comes from pigs, right? Gelatin?
Does it?
I think so.
Dang.
So it's like, yeah, so the pig industry is behind.
Acai
bubble
bowls.
tea.
Really?
And another obscure kind of trend that's going on is I feel like coffee has now become very expensive at stores.
Oh yeah, like you go to a coffee shop.
Like I got
Yeah.
my wife a latte the other day, and it was damn near $7.50.
Well, these places, they're pushing the envelope. They're basically realizing, wait, can we just price this any amount and you people still won't make it at home? Like, oh wow. I mean, and I would go one step further. Probably the biggest ripoff ever is getting a sandwich at a coffee shop. Like getting the food on any coffee shop menu. It's like, all right, sandwich, coffee. Yeah, that's like $22. I'm like, what the fuck?
You watch them pull it out of the display cabinet. It's been sitting there for like 3 days.
I mean,
The coffee never tastes the same like day to day. It always tastes different.
pre-made chicken breast at stores now, just at grocery stores, is like $10 per chicken breast. Food is becoming unreasonably high. I don't know how people are living right now. I
Yeah.
don't get it.
I mean, I feel like I like to go out to try new places. I'm like, oh, I've never gone anywhere, done anything. Anytime I leave my house and buy anything other than like booze, that actually seems fine. Everything is just wildly expensive. Like any food or drink item, I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a weird world, man. But that is interesting about your coconut oil experience in Tucson. I did not know.
That just so random, dude. We got to go to Tucson for that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Tucson.
University of Arizona.
Sounds great.
Yeah, dude. Sick.
Gronk. Anything else?
I've got nothing else.
I've said my piece.
All right. Well, Andy, good luck tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Big game. Go Bills.
Go Bears.
Can't wait for this weekend. Go Pats.
All right,
Drake May will keep his limbs.
but not his head.
Only limbs.